Welcome back to KMOT First News at 10. John is in Fargo for Dakota Bowl 33, and he'll be joining us in a few minutes. But first, it's region championship night across the state for volleyball in classes A and B. The winners punching their tickets to state, while the runners-up will head to qualifier matches on Saturday. Our first title match is Trenton versus our Redeemers for Class B Region 3. Tied one set apiece in the third. Here's the Knights' Brooklyn Rodacher putting it past the Tigers. Good effort here from Trenton. Elliott Slater sets it up for Megan Claris with the spike. Knights can't respond. But our Redeemers would get it going. Check out this big block you'll see at the net from 6-foot Lauren Strom. And then moments later, the Tigers get stopped by the net. Our Redeemers would be taking set 2. The night would go to the Knights, who take the region and they head to state. Trenton will play for a seat at the table on Saturday. In the third place match for B Region 3, Surrey faced off with Ray. First set action, Ray is looking to keep their Cinderella run going. Here's Maya Knox with the spike. Mustangs aren't going anywhere though. Knox is going to be denied at the net by Ava Keller. This point goes to Surrey. Knox was on a roll, serving with several aces in a row, including this one that Surrey wasn't able to handle. But the Mustangs showing how they can handle long rallies. Harley Riles puts this point out of the reach of the Jays. Surrey takes it in 4 sets. They move on to a play-in match on Saturday. Across town at the MSU Dome, it's Lakers and Royals for Class A Region 3. Tied a set apiece. You got a good rally here between the two teams, but it's DLB's Piper Feller who gets the block at the net. The point goes to the Lakers. Moments later, Lakers looking to strike again. Feller setting it up for Aspen McLennan for the spike, but she's stopped by the net. This one goes to the Knights. Lakers looking to keep pace. This match felt like a state match in and of itself. Here's Micah Fakin with the spike just out of reach of the Royals. But here's set point. Hattie here and Kinley Schilla get sort of a joint block at the net for the 2-1 set lead. The Royals take the Class A Region 3 crown. They're returning to state. Third place match for Class A Region 3. These third place matches were really good. Panthers up 2-1 in the fourth, but Turtle Mountain rallying. Here's Ira Lizar putting this one out of reach of Rugby. The Braves with the point. It's set point now. The Panthers aren't able to get this one over the net, and suddenly we're going to a decisive 5th set. But Rugby would get going in the 5th. Czar is going to be stopped this time at the net. The point goes to the Panthers. Then later, good rally. Here's Allie Blessum with the tap just over the net, out of reach of the Braves. Rugby wins a thriller in 5 sets, and they'll be playing for their season on Saturday. So here's a look at the state qualifier set up for Saturday involving our local teams. Des Lacs Burlington gets another shot at state. They'll face Shiloh Christian at 1. Dickinson Trinity squares off with Rugby at 3 with another shot at state on the line. And then later Trenton facing off with Central McLean at 5. Followed by the final match of the day at 7, seeing New England take on the Surrey Mustangs. All these matches are at Bismarck St. Mary's. In AA, it's the quarterfinals of the WDA tournament between Minot and Mandan. Match point, Minot gets the ball just over the net. That would be set point. Mandan saving what would have been an ace, but after the return, Kinsley Gilmore comes out of nowhere, ending the set 25-22. A service error by Minot would put Mandan within 1 early in the second. The Braves save another serve. But Minot setting up for a big kill, but it's Eve Knutson who lays it just over the net. It's perfectly placed. The Magicians up 11-10 in the second. Minot advancing with a 3-1 win over Mandan. Also tonight, Jamestown securing a win over Dickinson for the final spot in the WDA semis. And just to recap the earlier Class AA WDA quarterfinals, Century beating Minot North 3-1. Number 5 Bismarck sweeping number 4 Legacy. Those two teams will play each other in the semis tomorrow, while Minot North and Legacy will face each other for the chance to get a spot in the state tournament. Well, we're guaranteed a first-time state champion in tomorrow's AA title game. On one side, Devils Lake is making its 5th appearance and first in 15 years. And then there's Minot North, the Sentinels heading to the Dakota Bowl as the only undefeated team in the division. John Jacklin joins us live from Fargo with more ahead of tomorrow's big game. John?
Hi, Joe. I'm not only in Fargo, I am right outside the venue for all 4 of tomorrow's title games, including in AA, a regular season rematch between Devils Lake and Minot North.
Let's go!
The Sentinels come into the Dakota Bowl off their only fourth quarter come-from-behind win of the season.
That's an emotional win on Friday, but doesn't dictate anything that happens this week. So we've reset. We're preparing like we always prepare.
Minot North has kept its game week preparation consistent all year. That's still the case, except for one aspect.
We went and practiced inside up on base, so just trying to get used to that environment. It's different. We played in a cold game on Friday, and then you go inside and you think cramping might be an issue and all that. So we're trying to get ahead of that and get kids acclimated to some dry air and some still air.
The opponent is Devils Lake. Minot North held on for a 26-20 win back in October, and the Sentinels are focusing on finishing.
We ran the ball pretty well against them. I checked last night. We ran it for 260 yards on them, but most of those yards were in the first half. So we need to be able to sustain some stuff in the second half.
With a win on Friday, Minot North would complete an undefeated season in only its second year of varsity football.
Let's go!
Now, Coach Holman also talked about the fact that Devils Lake will likely load the box defensively in an effort to contain this Minot North running attack, something the Firebirds were able to do with some success in the second half of that regular season meeting. Coach Holman says that the Sentinels will have to be able to throw the ball with some effectiveness in this game. Kickoff is set for 20 minutes following the conclusion of the Botno versus Langdon area Munich game, which is estimated to be about 3 o'clock. We've got a great slate of championship football from 9-man in the morning to AAA in the evening, and we've got you covered all the way through your championship Friday. I'll send it back to you, Joe.
Going to be an exciting day. Get some sleep, John, and we'll see your coverage tomorrow. Thank you. And in more signing news, Velva track star Anya Olson is off to North Dakota State. Anya is the reigning Class B state champion in the 100, 200, and 400-meter dash. She joins a Bison women's track and field team that's won 16 of 17 Summit League outdoor titles. Congrats to her. That's all we have in sports. We'll be right back.